I'm like, this is too
What
much.
do you think? Should we take a couple rips?
Right now? Okay.
That is fucking awesome.
This here's your own little joint.
Oh, thank you. We're in like this wave of like being evolved and not being evolved at the same time, like technologically, spectacularly evolved to the point where we can bend matter and create nuclear weapons and fly robots to Mars and take pictures and send them back to us. Like the shit that we can do is off the charts when it comes to like technology and our ability to manipulate the world around us and create giant buildings and structures and airplanes and bridges and shit. But the monkey interaction thing is still not very good. So we still have war. We still have places where we send people over with metal tanks and guns and shoot people and protect people from the other people that are shooting people and get involved in all these fucking crazy things. Our physical interactions as organisms are just still in this barbaric stage. We're still in this one tribe going after another tribe stage from 20,000 years ago, 30,000 years ago. It's like the same programming. But now this programming can fly jets filled with missiles and shoot them out of the sky and sneak up on you underwater in a metal tube, a submarine that shoots fucking nuclear missiles and shit underwater. I mean, we're in the weirdest flux. We're in this weird sort of unbalanced period in the evolution of the human organism because we can do so much.
And then put Donald in charge.
Yeah, and then we're mad about fucking everything. We're mad about men who decide they're women who want to use the girls' room. We're mad about everything. We're mad about religion. We're mad about rights and gender and everything. Everything we're mad. Everyone's mad. Fuck Roseanne Barr. Everyone's mad. Everyone is so mad. And while all this weird personal interaction shit is happening that's distracting the fuck out of us, the more it ramps up, the better AI gets. Artificial intelligence just keep working on it and keep getting better and better. We're going to be in like a full-on rock fight when AI goes live. It's like we're falling into this whole, like if this was a trap, if I was artificial intelligence and I knew I'd be like, well, this is what we'll do. We'll just go back in time and set people up and make them make us. We'll just plant this idea in their heads and just like an aquatic worm makes a caterpillar or one of those grasshoppers rather jump into a pool and drown itself so that it can swim out of its brain. You ever see one of those things happen? Just like that, AI's doing that with us. They give us shiny Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Look at how big the battery is. And now it takes photos of your face and knows your face. You can tell your face. Yeah, Face ID and fingerprints. And before you know it, listen, we found the best way to get a signal, to talk to people. You just stick it in your ass. It's a little pellet. We're going to put a little robot dick in our ass. But that pellet, if you could just hold it in your ass, it's smooth, dude. You barely know it's in there. Okay. But it connects with your ass is open. It's not like the rest of your skin. You're not going to keep it in your mouth, right? Well, the ass is the way to go because it's like open. You know, it's not like don't have to go through the dermis. And so that just connects with you and you can fucking see augmented reality with a little tiny robot dick. It's about that big. You barely feel it. It's like a BB. That's what's going to happen, dude.
Fucking probably right.
Dude, these things are growing.
Well,
They're
now with the anti-aging shit, too. Who knows how crazy that's going to get?
I think what the weirdest thing is not the anti-aging. I think we're going to run into biological limitations. I think the weirdest shit is gene editing.
Fuck. Yeah,
this podcast took a turn for the stoner.
Gene editing.
We're like,
what?
fuck.
Gene editing scares the shit out of me.
Was that on Explained? On Explained, that new Netflix show, Gene Editing, and how
I didn't
deep
see that
shit's gonna get.
What about Wild Wild Country?
I only watched the first episode, but I was like, holy shit, I see where this is going.
I watched
we need
the
to follow
first and the second.
Osho, baby.
Osho.
Fuck everyone.
Oh
Dude,
my
Osho
God.
is the man.
Dude.
As far as second season, I don't know. It might. I don't know what else
It
happened.
takes a turn, but like
I'm sure
he
it does.
still had good intentions, I think.
Trying to build a community. I'm just passionate.
Well, this is the thing. It's the fucking human interaction part is the part that we can't get right. It's real weird.
It is.
If you look at all the different kinds of interactions that we manage to successfully navigate, I mean, people obviously have problems in business, and there's lawsuits in business, and there's people that get fired, and there's all sorts of problems with people doing business. But overall, they get a lot of things done, right? Like business keeps improving, things keep getting better. We barely improve with how we treat each other. Like the way human beings treat each other, we barely get better at that. And we do react to things better, Like if we're mad at someone for doing something, that's where we're like more clear with like egregious violations of our code, right? Like racism. Like this Roseanne thing was a big one, right? Everybody was like, no fucking way. We're not tolerating that. Fuck her. And then ABC's like, yep, fuck it. We're pulling the plug on the show. It's like immediate reactions.
Yep.
So it's like I don't think it was right. I think she's got a lot of problems and she's taking a shitload of pills and she's all fucked up. And I know she's not racist. At least she tells me that. But what I do know is that racism is horrible. And people just don't want to tolerate it anymore. And that's what the good thing is. The good thing is like this overwhelming response from people that they're not tolerating racism anymore. You can't do that anymore. Yeah. We won't tolerate it. And this is fairly new, man. I mean, with the civil rights marches, that was in the 60s, right? I mean, think about what was going on in the 50s and the 40s. And that shit, that was not that long ago in terms of like how long there's been people. So we're dealing with this radical change in this regard, but very little change in like our kindness to each other.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's why, dude, start the American Mushroom Day.
No
or not
shit.
the American, the worldwide.
Ari Shafir has a
God,
holiday that he
beautiful.
created called Shroom Fest.
No way.
What's the date?
Yeah, it's several days. Ari doesn't fuck around.
That's so sweet.
Ari
Well, I'm
hasn't had a
joining.
real job since he was the doorman at the Comedy Store, so
That's
he
badass.
operates on his own schedule.
That's fucking sweet.
That's what it's gonna take for
Yeah.
something like that worldwide to change.
It'll certainly help. Shroom Fest will certainly help.
Shroom
Shrooms will
Fest.
help.
I'm promoting that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
for
I
sure.
feel like part of it is because we're scared. I legitimately feel like we're scared. And I think when someone like Trump is in office, we're more scared because we realize how easy it is for I hate to use the term regular person because he's definitely not a regular person. He's very successful and very famous and everybody knew who he was. But regular person in terms of that's not how a politician acts. Like that, this is like some crazy showman.
Yeah.
And when a crazy showman becomes the leader of the thing, whether or not he's doing good, I'm not even arguing politically whether he's doing good or bad or the economy's up because of him. I don't know. But it's just how he behaves. It's who he is. Like that freaks people out. That makes people more on edge. And so they're more angry and they're more looking to call people out on things and they're more looking to stomp out racism. And I get it.
Imagine what people would think if someone like Sam Harris was a president or something and he was talking about a National Mushroom Day or talking about that stuff, how bad people would freak out.
Seriously.
They would freak.
Or
Well,
they
there's
just
people that
conform-
disagree with
conform.
Sam too. There's a ton of very, very smart people that disagree with Sam. And it's really interesting to see those disagreements because when really high-level intellects debate each other about things or disagree on things, and you get to see not just their ideas play out and how their ideas work against the other person's ideas. You get to see that, but you also get to see like thinking and communicating at a super high level, right? Their intellectuals are trying to outsmart each other.
Yeah.
So they're debating about the existence of God or whatever the fuck it is. When you get really smart people who disagree on shit. Very fascinating. It's like one of the more interesting things to watch. It's like, in a lot of ways, high-level jiu-jitsu, you know?
Sure.
In a lot of ways. You're watching like, oh, okay. And those guys, a lot of them get into jiu-jitsu. Like Harris is into jiu-jitsu.
Is he?
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's into it.
That's
It's
so
because he's
sweet.
kind of doing jiu-jitsu when he's doing these debates.